Okay, guys, so I've seen a lot of discourse about this over the last couple of days. I have stayed away from who goes where, but I've seen a lot of people having a lot of discussion about this list from Billboard, the top 75 R&B singers of all time. Now, we're strictly basing this on singing ability, not on how good their songs are, I'm assuming, not on their stage presence or anything like that. We are strictly looking at singing. So I'm going to look at the top 30 here as voted on by Billboard. I'm going to kind of skim through 30 to 20 and then really zero in on the top 20. And that is what we're going to do here. So I'm starting at number 30 with Gladys Knight at 30. I said I was just going to skim through from 30 to 20. Gladys Knight, I'd have her higher. He's leaving on that midnight train to Georgia. 29, Diana. I mean, the disrespect right off the bat, folks. The disrespect right off the bat. Diana Ross at 29? Diana Ross ain't higher than that? Okay, let's, okay. Not as familiar with this singer, so I can't say either way. Shaka Khan, I can't believe Shaka Khan's not higher. That's surprising. Tell me something good. All right, I mean, I'm about to just end this video right now. I mean, I need Jabu just as much as anybody, but you telling me that this man right here is higher on this list than Gladys Knight and Shaka Khan and Diana Ross? Who put this list together? Oh my. 25, Patti LaBelle. At least Patti made it ahead of Chris Brown. But I can't believe Patti LaBelle ain't higher. I know who my number one is. We'll see. Bill Withers. I ain't gonna argue with that. I love me some Bill Withers. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Lean on Me, one of my favorite songs ever. Ain't got a problem with Bill Withers. Phenomenal. Teddy Pendergrass. Okay. Again, not one of the artists that I am most familiar with. I've heard a couple of Teddy songs, so I'm not going to argue too much on this either way. But ahead of Diana Ross? Even Bill Withers being ahead of Diana Ross and Gladys Knight. Oh, boy. Oh, now this is a crime. This is a crime, Luther Vandross at 22. Luther should be a top fiver. Luther, God rest him, should be a top fiver. A chair is still a chair, even when there's no one sitting there. How is this man ranked down here at 22? There is no R&B sound without Luther Vandross. What? He barely beat out Chris Brown. Who's ahead of Luther? 21, Donny Hathaway. Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to argue with that, but I'd still have Luther. I mean, that's going to bug me for the rest of this list. Luther Vandross at 22 on a list of greatest R&B singers. Number 20, Otis Redding. Sitting in the morning sun. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that. He shouldn't be ahead of Luther. He shouldn't be ahead of Diana Ross. But I'm not offended by Otis Redding. I'm not offended by that. We're into the top 20. Number 19, Smokey Robinson. I'm not surprised by that at all. I mean, one of the iconic, sounds of R&B. Some of the songs listed: Tears of a Clown. The tears of a clown when there's no one around. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to argue with that. It still shouldn't be ahead of Luther, but number 18, Al Green. Okay, we're getting into some good ones here. I'm not offended by any of the top 20. Al Green. I'm so in love with you. Love Al Green. He belongs on this top 20, but he don't belong ahead of Luther, though. No disrespect to Al Green or any of these, but they shouldn't be ahead of Luther. Number 17, Janet Jackson. Ain't got nothing against Janet. Ain't got nothing against Miss Jackson. Sorry, Miss Jackson, I am for real. But ahead of Luther? I mean, this seems a little, I mean, some people are going to get mad at me. This seems a little high for Janet Jackson. Seems a little high, right? 17? Ahead of, that far ahead of Diana Ross and Gladys Knight and Chaka Khan? I mean, top 30, sure, but top 17? Dang. Number 16, Mary J. Blige. I mean, she's an icon. That feels a little high for me. I mean, it's my personal opinion. A little high. I'd have had her a little lower. My personal taste, I would have had Diana Ross, and I keep saying the same names. I would have had Luther above all of these people. Number 15, Isaac Hayes. Not as familiar. I'm not going to act like I'm as familiar with Isaac Hayes as I am with all of the other artists I've talked about so far. So I feel bad even giving an opinion on that, but I find it hard to believe that Isaac Hayes belongs 7 spots ahead of Luther Vandross. What are we doing? Curtis Mayfield. Ooh, that's a good one. People get ready. I mean, it's just when Luther's at 22, it kind of, the rest of the list kind of lacks some credibility. Number 13, Sam Cooke. I mean, I'm honestly surprised Sam Cooke's not higher on the list, just because, like, I mean, you think of R&B, you think of a change gonna come, and I mean, come on. I can't believe that's not a top 10. I mean, listen, I got nothing against Usher, but number 12, 10 spots ahead of Luther Vandross. Usher? I ain't got nothing against Usher, okay? Peace up, A-Town down. I'm fine with Usher, okay? But 12? I hate to be so caught up, but come on. I'm just trying to make a bunch of references here. I like Usher, but 12? 10 spots ahead of the Luther? All them spots ahead of Diana Ross? Come on now. We getting a little carried away here. Number 11, I mean, how does Ray Charles not make the top 10? I mean, come on. Georgia, how does Ray not make the top 10? I mean, I'm not going to complain too much because he's number 11, and that's very high on the list. But, I mean, Ray Charles, I don't even know if there is R&B without Ray Charles. Icon. Top 10, here we go. Marvin Gaye. Oh, yeah. Love Marvin Gaye. I mean, he just simply has to be. You make a list of top 10 R&B singers, Marvin Gaye just simply has to be on that list. I mean, has to be. Number 9. Okay. I mean, this is a controversial one for many reasons. I mean, you try to separate the art from the artist, I guess. But even if you are able to do that, ahead of Marvin Gaye, ahead of Sam Cooke, a good ways ahead of Luther, like, I mean, I don't know about this list. I'm about to have to bounce. I'm about to have to bounce on out of here. That was a lame reference. I'm sorry. But that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. What are we even, like, I mean, at least they mentioned his legal, well, I hate to even call it legal troubles. That's not even the term for it. But the atrocities that he's been found guilty of. At least they mentioned that. But I mean, even without all of that, he shouldn't be in no top 10 on this list. And when you factor that in, you know, I mean, I Believe I Can Fly is a tremendous song, but we're not talking about songs. We're just talking about singing here. Number 8. Okay, so here's the thing. Mariah Carey. I'm coming at this objectively. I know that there are a lot of Mariah stans, if we're even using that term anymore, out there. I know that. Mariah's tremendous. For my personal taste, like if this were the Brad Steele list, I don't think Mariah would be in my top 10. But I get why she's in the Billboard. I mean, that's a no-brainer. For me, if this were my personal list, I'd have Gladys and Luther and Diana Ross and Ray Charles probably edging out Mariah Carey, but I'm not going to argue with it. I get it. Number 7, Prince. Yeah, I mean, come on. I will say, like, I want to choose my words wisely because I know Prince has devoted fans and what a tremendous artist. But if we are strictly looking at singing, and Prince was a tremendous singer, was he a better singer? I'm not going to mention all the names I've mentioned that have already shown up on this list, but is he a better singer than all of those that we've talked about? A lot of those we've talked about. He's better than a lot of them, but some of them I don't know. But I'm not going to argue. I mean, come on, he's Prince. Ain't nobody going to argue with Prince being in this top 10. When Doves Cry is a bop, though. Whoop, 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 whoop. James Brown at number 6. Yeah. I mean, the godfather of soul. That's not surprising at all. I think most people would have James Brown on top 10. I mean, what an icon. Number 5. Who is left? I know who's going to be number 1. Number 5. Wow! That was who I thought was going to be number 1! Whitney Houston at number 5. I hate to say that's too low because it is I mean, you're in the top 5. That's pretty dang good. But I don't know how Whitney's not in the top 2. You're talking about one of the greatest singers to ever grace God's earth. If you were doing a list of top vocalist in any genre, Whitney should be top 5. But when you're narrowing it down to one genre and saying these are the best singers from this genre, and Whitney's not in the... I mean, I shouldn't complain because 5 is very high. But, bro, who are the 4 people that beat out Whitney Houston? Let's see. Okay. So Beyonce's number 4. Beyonce is an all-time talent. All-time. Performer, singer, dancer. I mean, this woman can do anything. Is she a better singer than Whitney Houston? That's what we have to ask ourselves here, folks. Is Beyonce a better singer than Whitney Houston? Some would say yes. I know there are some of you out there who would say yes. But, bruh, that's certainly something. That's certainly something. To have her ahead of Whitney, that's definitely something. Just leave it at that. Top 3. Number 3, Michael Jackson. So this is complicated because, I mean, to me, one of the greatest catalogs of music ever belongs to Michael Jackson. Just bop after bop after bop. But this is a list about singing. If we're talking about greatest artists of all time as a whole, Michael Jackson, it would be a crime to not have him top 5, top 3. But when we are stripping all of that away and saying just singing and singing alone, number 3 ahead of Whitney and Beyonce and Luther? I mean, listen, I could listen to Michael Jackson's music all day long. All day long. Human Nature is an all-time great song. Man in the Mirror as well. Strictly based on singing. And Michael, here's the thing. Michael was a great singer. It's not like vocally, he was very good. But man, number 3 on this list. Who are the top 2? Well, that was going to be my next pick for number 1. Aretha Franklin. Who is number 1? We already got Aretha. We already got Whitney. We already got... I don't know who number 1. I mean, Aretha. That's another one where I'm like, if you had Aretha at number 1, I wouldn't complain. I mean, another all-time great singer, an artist, and everything. But strictly based on singing, yes, Aretha should be that high. Who is number... I'm trying to think of who is even left to be number 1. Let's find out. I hope it don't make me mad. Number 1... Stevie Wonder. Okay. Stevie's one of my favorites. Stevie Wonder is one of my favorites. He easily belongs top 10. And if you say he easily belongs top 5, I'm not going to argue. I would have still had him below Aretha, Whitney, for sure. Those two for sure. I still would have had Luther at 3. I would have had Whitney, Aretha, Luther. That would have been my top 3. And then maybe Stevie and you could say Beyonce, or I'm trying to remember who else was in the top 10. Ray Charles round out that top 5. I'm not offended. I don't find Stevie Wonder at number 1 offensive. It's not like they put R. Kelly at number 1. Like, it's not just like unbelievable. But I still would have had, but maybe it comes down to personal taste. I still would have had at least Aretha and Whitney ahead of him. But that's apples and oranges. It's the top 5. They're all in the top 5. I think the most shocking parts of this for me, Chris Brown at 22. R. Kelly at number 9. Whitney not in the top 3. I mean, Diana Ross being that, and Luther being that low. It's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. What did you think of this list? Give me some other list to check out. God bless you, everybody. Bye.